Right, everybody, we're here with Colorado's best attorney, Phil Harding. You guys know him. We're here in the sponsored segment talking about a slew of different things, but I'm going to brag about him first. He's known as Colorado's best attorney because he's been honored as one of the top 100 trial lawyers in Colorado for the past 14 years, a super lawyer 10 years in a row, and he's a member of the Million and Multi-Million Dollar Advocates Forum, which means he has tried cases that have resulted in verdicts for more than $1 million. Phil, thank you so much for coming in studio. What do we have on tap today? What are we talking about?
We're talking about shopping, right? That I know a lot about.
Shopping. Okay, let's do it. Shopping attorneys, though.
That's right.
Aha.
And this just seemed to be the week. People calling me up, wanting me to take over their case. And let me just tell you when people call me, I say, I'm happy to take over your case, but I want to call your other attorney first.
Yeah.
Just have them give you a little TLC beforehand, because if someone wanted to jump ship with me, I think that's the right thing to do.
Sure.
But what do you think is the #1 reason why people want to leave their attorney? Throwing you on the spot.
I'm not sure. What was that?
Yep.
They don't return phone calls, is what Chris said.
It takes too long for them to
get
back
back
to them. Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Okay.
This is what I want you to do. If you're looking for an attorney, I want you to interview at least 3, because an attorney owes you what's known as a fiduciary duty, which means we have to solely act for the client's best interest. So if, let's say, I have a contingency fee with someone, and I get a third, and they go, you know what, I don't want the contingency fee, I want a letter of apology, I have to work towards that. So an attorney owing you a fiduciary duty also means he says, I might not be the right person for you. If we can't communicate very well, go and talk to 3 other attorneys and see what's going on.
Who would have thought you have to interview these attorneys?
You should interview them.
You should interview these attorneys.
And I want to tell you something really weird. There used to be a couple law firms out there, personal injury law firms, and they would have PIs, private investigators, with scanners. And when they would hear accidents, they would send a private investigator out there to hand about a packet on what to do after an accident. And on the back of it, it had the attorney's card. So I want to talk about the rules of professional conduct, all right? And so one of them is this one right here, RPC, Rule of Professional Conduct 7.3c, and it says a lawyer shall not solicit professional employment from a prospective client to be in need of legal services for personal injury or death unless, #1, they had a prior family relationship or they worked for him before. So I just think it was shady for someone to send a PI out there and
just have a whole packet ready to go.
And so if you get that or someone calls you out of the blue, they can call you after 30 days. But I don't think that's right.
And you said that this past week, it seems like a lot of people have been giving you calls about this. How many do you think on average you get?
Oh, it's probably 1 or 2 a week that I talk to. But look, I want you to interview the attorneys, and this is what you should do. There are really 7 keys, I think, that you should look at. #1, you want to see if the attorney practices in this area of law. Because if they're your divorce attorney, you don't want them to do your personal injury. You want to ask them how many cases like this not only have they handled in the past, but they're handling right now. So if one attorney's running with more than 50 or 70 cases, I don't think they can pay attention to you. Who will you be dealing with in their office? Because a lot of times you call up and you talk to an attorney, then you get farmed off to a paralegal or a case administrator. Again, don't like that. Hey, here's one thing. If you're talking to them and they don't adhere to the promises, like, I'm going to return your call within 24 hours, can you fire them? And the answer is absolutely yes. Some other things, are there costs? So if you're in a contingency fee, a lot of times firms say, I want you to put up costs for experts and so forth. You can't do that. So if the firm likes your case, they should be putting up the cost on this, and then they collect it on the back end. And then finally, are they going to file a lien on your case?
What does that mean?
Yeah, that's really weird. So some firms have a lot of people to jump ship. So they file with the Secretary of State a lien that says, I represent this person. So if they ever leave, right, that person, that injured party, can't go out and work their own case. And if they do, money that they get back has to go back to that firm. So if they're filing a lien, ask them about that. It's shady. I don't like it.
It is shady. And if people, have questions about these 7, it's a lot of information, right? Can they just give you a call?
Yeah, happy to talk to them about it.
Okay.
But absolutely. Look, you're buying a new TV. you look at 5, 6 different
You go
TVs.
to Best Buy and you look at 6 different TVs.
Well,
Same thing with lawyers, right?
Man, it is so important to get the right attorney.
Well, Phil, thanks for coming in. We always appreciate you.
You're
Give
welcome.
Phil a call. To reach Harding & Associates directly, call 303-762-9500. You can also get a free consultation at any time. You can find Phil online at hlaw.com. We want to say thank you again to Phil for coming on in here and sponsoring this segment.